Yes. I want to welcome y'all to the You Wasn't Outside podcast on the Grown Folks Podcast Network. I'm one of your hosts, not doing the most normal ass. Carl to my front. I have my man at Just Lex to his left. To my right. Dead middle.
He's so annoying.
Standing at 5'2". Curls is 6 inches long.
You better give me my 9.
The host that's not doing the most, Miss Juicy J.
Thank you so much.
And then we also got a special guest. D. Wynn is in the house,
man. Drop the D, man. It's only Wynn.
All right, I'm gonna call you Wynn. Oh, yeah, nothing but wins then. Okay, now I know where the entendres is coming from. There we go. Nothing but wins. He said, "Drop the D." Pause again. That was
stop!
I know, man. But I dropped it. That's the thing. I dropped it. So Jay, I think we're gonna get to my man Wynn. But I think the smoking gun. They don't know if you're gonna be here today, going tomorrow. How you been? The whole night. How have you been?
I've been good.
Okay.
I've been surviving and healing and reflecting and breaking down and sad and crying and all the things. I've been all the things, but I think I've been relatively in a positive headspace considering everything that I'm fucking going through.
Yeah.
But I've been hearing that people are, like, hey, what's up? And I appreciate that. To me, like, I appreciate the concern. And I'm someone that's as public as I am. I recognize that I'm also really private, but I also go through, I was talking to one of my girls who happens to be one of our, like, longer term listeners, like an OG listener. And I was telling her, like, as open as I am, I'm also really private because I go through, like, really heavy things. Like, I be going kind of through it, low key. Like, and for those who really know me, it's like, it's not exactly a light conversation, and it has a lot of moving parts, and there's a lot of circumstance and a lot of history and a lot of trauma. And also, when you're making different moves, and you are an open person, you start learning that you have to keep certain things close to the chest. Right. So I think that, like, I'm not trying to, like, ghost people or intentionally be mysterious, or I think I'm just, as someone who has maybe been labeled an oversharer, I think I'm just trying to be more intentional about what I share and just a little bit more private, I guess, which is kind of like my normalcy. But what I will say is, like, I am in a big transition period. I have talked about the fact that, me and my husband are separated, and we are, we've been separated. We've been living apart for over 2 months now. We are moving forward.
Time flies.
Yeah, it is a little complicated. My husband is not from this country, and so we still want him to be able to can do what he needs to do, so we are willing to stay cordial and have some kind of common law marriage. I just forgot we are on the feds. So I don't know how far I want to go with all of that, but we will stay legally married for some time because of the things that we need to do for our family. Maybe I'll just leave it at that, but we are not, like, in a relationship, and so that means that my life is changing, where I'm living is changing, like, how I'm living, like, what I'm thinking about, where I'm gonna end up, like, all of those things are all in limbo, and I'm really kind of just, like, taking it day by day, trying to figure out where exactly I'm gonna land and where landing is best for me and my children at this point in my life. But, like, as far as the pod goes, I definitely, like, I love podding with you guys. It's part of, like, it's so therapeutic for me. I learned so much. I've grown so much as a person. It's also, like, a sense of normalcy when so much of my life is, like, in chaos, and it's like one thing I can and it's like my me time. I'm like, that we've talked about it. It's like the one thing that's like, okay, no matter what, I know at least I'm gonna get here, and that's like my therapist calls those planned joyed activities. So this is, like, one of my, like, biggest planned joyed activities. So I'm like, I want to continue to pod as long as I'm available, which, like, I'm up in limbo, I'm going to be here for the next few months, maybe and then we've talked about, like, virtually podding, but there's a lot of things that go into that me and Carl, we've you talked about here, we've talked about privately.
Yeah, it's not impossible.
It's a lot of, but it's logistics, and it's logistics that don't all land on Carl. They also land on me and us figuring out the technical materials, the software applications, whatever we can do to make it more effortless. So that's something that we're interested in, and I definitely am willing to do my part because I like it. But I'm also willing to accept if that's too much, or you guys want somebody else in person that maybe
we come to that resolution.
If it's my time, it's my time.
5 years in the game, man. I feel like at this point, like we finally found a mixture of people that work.
Yeah.
So it's like, what can we do to make sure that continues to happen?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And quite honestly, I feel like this next chapter in my life is about to be. It's gonna be different. I'm newly single. That's really exciting and terrifying.
Streets is open.
It's open, and they're calling, dog. I'm like,
ready to go.
But okay, now. So and then just I'm gonna be having different things going on, and I would love to be able to share that with you guys and all of our listeners. And so I definitely I want to take you guys along for the ride.
As somebody who hasn't seen or talked to you a lot, not because it's been a fault of anyone's, and I don't mean this disrespectfully, this is funny, right, when I'm about to get off. All right, I just make sure I say that to you because I know because you too close to wring my neck, right? So,
I was thinking we had close.
But when you reappear, it'd be like woof. I'm here. Hey, look, so I need you to do this. What about that? I was like, God damn, hold up. First of all, how are you? Good morning. What's going on right now? Like, Jesus Christ.
I know.
They be coming in. Y'all good? I'm like, yo.
You don't do small talk in the office. I don't really do small talk. But
I called you? No, you called me.
We've been playing a little bit.
You did the right thing. And then she got me. Because I didn't say the number, right? And she was like, yo, you didn't save it? I was like, yeah, look, here's the thing, though. It take me forever to save a number in the first place. And if you hit me on different ones, I'm gonna be like, you know what? The door is open. I'm gonna let me wait.
I would like to be fair. I've had 27 phone numbers since we've met.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute.
At least
it might not be another shade.
She read it from a wiretap.
Hey, y'all hear that?
No, I really have 2 lines though. Also, so
I was like,
called the other day.
I need to know which 2 it was. Yeah, because and I was glad you called me though.
Yeah.
Because text ain't gonna be no good to nobody.
Yeah.
Wynn found out right there. He told me he was outside. I'm like, fuck, bro. Like I had the shit all set up. I was like, where you at? We both wanted to get in the house. But yeah, man. Lex, this is usually pretty quick. I'm just playing. How you been, bro?
I'm chilling.
Maintaining? You got your army fatigue shirt on? You do some pull-ups for the recruiter?
I think I just aged out.
Oh, yeah. You really might have.
I think it's like 34, 35.
Yeah, it might be. Real shit, man.
We're all aged out then.
Go Steel Town, right? In the playoffs next week. Go ahead and give you something. It's something.
I wasn't even trying to talk about no football.
It's an extra week for you, though.
It's an extra week for you.
But yeah, you're absolutely right, man. You cool. All right. Kids doing all right. Football all right. Everything good.
Man, fuck them kids.
Everything good.
When the school starts.
Hey, real shit.
Oh my God.
They don't go back to school. Oh, for you one more week?
A whole nother week.
Shit.
And a 3-day weekend.
I'm mad because they won't go back to school until Tuesday.
I got another week too with my little one.
For real?
Yeah.
Bro, I should have been a teacher. Like, honestly, man, they only work 200 something days. Spread that money out, man. I gave 2 months off.
And they about to get furloughed.
For real?
I mean, I'm just based on the policies I'm looking at.
It's gonna happen eventually.
Feel like,
yeah, man. All right, well, me, I've been maintaining.
What's up with you, dude?
Real quick before we get to my man, I went to a Seals game.
Be at all the white people sports.
Hey, real shit. Now, that was by chance. My cousin, I told you, and I'm going to be, my cousin plays for, I said it out here, he plays for Bishops. There's a young man on the team. who I had no idea about. His dad owns an NBA team out.
Seals is soccer, right?
Bro, it didn't hit me until I shook bro's hand yesterday and told him thank you for everything. I didn't realize I was a tax write-off, right? Like, it didn't matter. He was like, I'm going to write this off anyway.
Oh, wow.
But I shook a billionaire's hand, and I was like, yo, and it was cool, though. Like real down-to-earth people. I feel like once you get over a million and you get to $1 billion, you probably think about life a little differently. You know what I mean? Like, a little bit more humanitarian, in you. Not so much because you control a lot. How many billionaires you know that, or besides the oil guys, I'm sure that they got a little different take on it. But usually, like Bill Gates, right? You got this gentleman right here who I think was pretty cool. You can add in Jeff Bezos. Don't really do nothing too crazy. Elon Musk feels like he's like helping society out in his own way, right? They're not really like out here to get,
Is Oprah a billionaire?
Hell yeah, probably.
That's a good question.
Yeah,
I think she has owned, right?
Like 5 or 6 times.
I agree with what you're saying. There's a certain level, like when you see some people and they hit that, they start to take a different kind of approach at, giving back.
The celebrity ones, you're like, oh, they cool. They be doing little fucking turkey drives and shit. All the ones you don't know, yeah, man, fuck all them. Fuck.
Oh, man.
Fuck the 1%. Exactly. You're right. Thanks for bringing us back. Fuck the 1%.
Just because y'all seen a few on TV.
You're right. Thank you.
But, I mean, like, taxes really don't really apply. For them, it's like they business shit, right? It ain't like a personal thing. Like, they ain't never going to really fall off. Like when they be like, he declared for bankruptcy, he's still gonna be fine in that 2-digit, or that 6-digit or 7-digit $1 million mansion. You know what I mean? He's gonna be okay. Anyway, my daughter had her first golf tournament. That was amazing. So now she's got a little circuit tour, doing that, and so she got her next one in February. She told me today, she's like, I don't want to play right now. Right?
Really?
She burnt out. Right?
Oh, okay.
And
she burnt
did
out
she like the tournament?
Before the tour started?
Well, because at 5, right? Practicing 6 days a week is kind of crazy.
Yeah, honestly.
Oh,
right?
wow.
You know what I mean? But I was behind. I didn't realize it when I signed her up 3 weeks ago. I was like, shit, we ain't worked on bunkers yet. Like, I haven't even she can do everything else. She can drive the ball and everything. I was like,
What's
can't
a bunker?
It's the sand shit, right?
I got it.
Because I was like, shit, why teach her the sand when we not hitting the grass?
You ain't never gonna hit the sand.
Yeah, well, no. I used to pull them out. Whenever she would hit them in there, I'd pull the shit out. But I didn't realize that, like, damn, I gotta hit that like a little harder, and then also like her driver. Because we walked the course and the shit was too big. And I was like, she needs a driver out here. We used the other clubs except for that when we put on the tee. But she did excellent driving the ball actually today. And we played a lot. I took off a whole week from work.
Wow.
Just to spend
You're
time
such
with her.
a good dad.
But I'm just saying she burnt out. You know what I mean? From the week. She wanted to still play. She met a new friend and everything. But it was like, I'm trying to listen a little more to what they got going on. Yeah.
You should do something fun with her. Something.
Oh yeah, I took him to the game yesterday. Hey, that came out of random. We went to the basketball game, our cousin's basketball game first, and then she was like, "Oh, you want to go to the Seals game?" So we go there, and you're right. There was a lot of. She told me to stop saying that. There's a term that I use for that. A seal is a lacrosse, national. It's like a professional lacrosse league or whatever.
No disrespect.
Yeah. No, it was out. I mean, honestly, the last time I had been to the sports arena was for the Goals hockey game, like 10 years ago. And I was like, shit, I ain't been there. They've definitely repainted in there and remodeled a little bit.
Are the Goals gone? Did they get rid of the goals?
I think they're still there.
They're
still there.
They just sharing
they're not going to get rid of that. You have to go to a game. All the East County be in there.
No, that's why I'm not going there. It's not after this election.
Absolutely. I was just saying. All right, Wynn.
Yes.
How you been, brother?
I'm good, man. Good. Figuring out my process and figuring out how I'm going to drop this music and shit.
Anything you do special for New Year's or anything like that?
What did I do? Yeah, I went to an event or whatever. It was pretty cool.
Oh, where was it at?
In San Diego.
After the first jab, I was like, I don't know if he gonna tell us what it was.
No. It was definitely cool, man. It was definitely a cool experience and whatnot. Because I really didn't know what I was gonna do. It was kind of like a last minute thing.
Yeah.
And then I went, and then it was cool.
That's definitely what's up. What about the holidays, Christmas, and all that other stuff? Anything
this
special?
Year was different because I felt like our families, everybody wanted to do their own thing and whatnot. It wasn't like everybody's meeting at so and so house. It's like, well, what are y'all doing? I don't know. Maybe over here, or maybe I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Low key felt like, damn. I feel like our elders are like failing us right now.
Shit, we failing too though, low key. My cousin hit me and was like, let's go to Christmas.
We're the elders now.
So we spend so much time going to get the plate, running around doing this, that we over here like, yo, where the spot at? Because we supposed to be hosting now, but we still try to look around. We run around looking for the place. That's what's happening.
We're in that weird transition period where we're like,
no, we late.
We're not.
We fucking it all up.
Yeah, we are.
Fucking it up.
We're the aunties now. We're the uncles. We're the ones that are supposed to.
I don't know how to cook shit though.
Me neither. Oh my gosh, absolutely not.
DoorDash a whole Thanksgiving.
Literally.
As a matter of fact, I've been catering like the last few
Like
events.
Olive Garden on Christmas.
I'm about to say,
And it's weird to see like black people doing the catering piece for it. Like usually people cook for themselves. You
every
know what
November 1st, Popeye be like, "Hey, come through. We got the full turkey."
all of the joints
Popeye be selling the full
all
turkey.
of the joints
The
have
full
those.
turkey is crazy.
Full turkey.
Oh man! So now tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
Okay, well, I'm from San Diego. Played pro baseball. Once I got done with that, I was trying to figure out, okay, what I want to do now.
Right.
You know, because my uncle's saying, like, hey, you getting older, so, like, what's up? You need to look for your future, because he does iron work.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, well, at the time I was working at the casino, because it's close by my house.
Right.
Easy money, and then that's it. And I'm like, you know, you're right, because if I prolong this, I may not be able to retire until I'm like, what, 70-something? So he said, yo, learn to trade. I learned to trade. I was like, but what I want to do? Because when I was working at the casino, this dude used to come in all the time. I'm like, yo, excuse me, like, what do you do? He said, I'm a plumber. And I'm like, ooh, I'm not dealing with people's feces. But
That's a real
that was me being naive, though, because I didn't know plumbing is more than just that. Like,
yeah, it is more, but it is included, though.
Yeah, I feel like that's residential plumbing.
Right.
But commercial plumbing is different. You know, you think about laboratories, buildings, and stuff
You're
like
right,
that.
we are ignorant.
Yeah, I thought it was just
assumption.
yeah. So I was like, oh no, I'm good on that. Hell no, I'm straight. He's breaking it down. He said he got his own little crew. You know, his wife doesn't work. He got 3 kids.
Damn.
I'm like, damn.
Let me go get a plumber and shit.
Look, let's thinking.
Okay, I'm like, come here, plumber daddy, where you at?
so then my boy was doing electrical stuff, and I kept seeing it on my store. I'm like, hey, how do I get started with that? He said, yo, go down to the union, and then boom. So I went down. I signed up for the wrong thing, and I said, hey, I signed up. He said, oh, I can't help you with that one. Go back again and then put your name on the books. I'm like, all right, cool. And I started maybe like 2 days later.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then, cause like me, like I have a degree in business administration, but I don't see myself sitting behind a desk all day.
Yeah.
Like I'm active. You know, I want to be out there in the field moving.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, cool. So I do electrical work. Started off doing solar, getting on roofs. I'm like, whoa, this is crazy.
A little high up here, huh?
Yeah,
And that's not just residential either. That's like you on commercial buildings now on a
They
field.
really high.
Oh yeah, I was doing residential, so I was doing 3-story houses. My first job was a 3-story house, and the ladder started to give in, and I'm carrying panels up, but I'm like, man, if I drop one of these, like, damn.
Or if you fall.
Falling was never an option, though.
That's coming out the check.
I'm like, you worried about dropping something. I'm worried about you falling.
Nah, falling is not an option. Just keep going. Keep going one step at a time. That's it.
Amen.
So you don't have a fear of heights?
Yeah, I do when I look down.
Oh, okay, that's real shit.
Yeah.
That's real shit, though.
Cause you start thinking like, ooh, if I fall,
Yeah.
this is not gonna be pretty.
Yeah, man. So then, what sparked the music for you?
Yeah,
What inspired you to start doing music? Then?
Well, me and my boy DJ, shout out my boy DJ. He said, "Hey, you wanna go to the studio?" Cause we used to always freestyle when we played catch and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'm down to go, but it was for somebody else.
Yeah.
So then we go, and then he just asked the engineers, like, "Hey, you guys got an extra room? Like, y'all got extra time?" It's like, "Yeah." It's like, "You wanna go?" Like, hell yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Have you
So-
ever rapped before that? Ever?
Yeah,
Just
I
the
used to rap
freestyle?
at Mount Miguel and stuff like
Okay.
that too.
Yeah.
You know, because my family from Detroit, where they used to sing and play instruments and stuff. So I used to always, do stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't play instruments though, I can't. And so yeah, we went in there and I heard how I sound, and I'm like, oh, I sound pretty cool. This is different. 'Cause I went from rapping to being more like melodic or whatever. And I'm like, okay. And then just me, like anything I start, like I just want to keep doing it. And then so obviously after time, when you keep doing something, you get better at it. And so I just kept at it, because I love the way I sound.
Yeah.
Like in the headphones, and then when I hear it, I'm like, ooh, this sound crazy.
Yeah.
That's the thing too. We definitely in the era now where like music. We've had these talks where music is way more accessible, right? To where like you can do it at home and create something, right? And it's like, what I hear you saying is you had other passions, like when you first started, like music is still a passion, but you had other passions that you put 110% in, and then it's like, yo, I always have like the musical talent there to where it's like, yo, I can always, try something and see if this is something that works. And if it's something that works in terms of people catching on to it, then it's like, all right, I found the lane for it, though, right?
Yeah.
But obviously, like, to be able to do music, right? And this doesn't apply to my counterpart right here, my white friend. But you gotta have a little bit of rhythm and shit, right? So it's like it's practice, right? If you freestyling and shit like that, we've all freestyled, we've all rapped, even my man included. I'm sure you probably thought there was a time where you was gonna get in there.
Yeah, for sure.
And part of it is like people resonating, to the music that you have. So with that being said, in San Diego, right? How do you feel like you get along with like the other artists or like moving around and everything?
Are rappers nice to each other?
No, they are. I feel like a lot of people, some people work with each other, but some people don't.
Yeah.
And I get it because one of my friends, he said, damn, this is what I finally wanted to see, because like when I first started, I probably like showcased one song. And I was like, I got to keep doing this because they probably going to think it's a hobby. Yeah, it's a hobby until something, happens or whatever. Right. But he's like, this is what I wanted to see. Like you actually doing it. You actually like trying to make something of it and you being consistent with it, so it's like some people, they may not believe it until they actually see it, so they may be shy off of trying to work with somebody because it's like, oh, you don't take it as serious as me, or I just don't think you're good enough or whatever, Right. I just think it's like with me, I'm down to work with anybody if they're taking it serious and they have a cool sound. If you're not taking it serious, I have no need to just make a song for the hell of it and then nothing comes from it. Like I want to actually do something, put a project together, put a video together, promote it, get people behind it, and then see what can happen.
Right.
Yeah.
So I feel like people they work with each other, but it's just like, I don't know. I feel like it's somewhat of a clique or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, man, like guys and like getting features and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So with that being said, because I know that like we have a specific, we don't have a specific sound, but I feel like we do at the same time, right? In San Diego, which is West Coast, right?
Yeah.
But what are you listening to right now? Like what type of music do you enjoy? Because I feel like my shit has changed, and I feel like your shit has changed a little bit too. You more backpacker type shit, or like, you love the underground artists, whereas the mainstream guys that you like were the main guys back then. But like, who's people that like someone that you listening to right now?
I listen to Bryson Tiller, Eric Bellinger, Kalon Farrell, G Perico.
You found a friend.
What was he?
G Perico is his man. He listened to all 3 albums
I just went
per
to his
year.
Concert too.
Oh, you could have went.
I didn't miss that one.
No, it was dope, man.
I was at the one before that.
I be killing. Not that I think he's trash or nothing like that, right?
He's cool.
It's just that when I first heard it, I was like, didn't see that coming for you, right? Like, at all. And so, and then he just he does rap lists like for like top albums of the year.
Okay.
And G be like be high up there in terms of like he be like close to Drake. I'm like, bro, that's kind of crazy that you have him there.
Now he got a cool, unique flow and a cool, unique sound too.
Yeah.
It's like when I was watching him, I'm like, damn, like I make music. I need to be up there. And I'm just watching how he controls the stage and stuff like that. And I'm watching, like, I'm listening to it, like his lyrics. I'm like, it's not really like what's the word I'm looking for? It's not like a real lyricist or whatever, but
you can
just
tell he put out 3 projects a year.
Yeah, but it's
taking
cool
a whole bunch of time, but he know what he's doing.
Yeah,
he knows who he's doing it for.
Yep.
And he caters to them.
Yep.
And I just happen to be one of those people.
Absolutely. You got a friend. Yeah, man.
No, that's dope because people ask me because like I do R&B and I do hip hop and shit too.
Yeah.
Because like my EP that I'm trying to put together is called Alter Ego. Yeah. Right. There's multiple sides to everybody, especially me, and it's like I wanted to showcase a little bit more rap because I want to be in different conversations. I don't want to just be in R&B conversations and stuff like that because I started off rapping before. Right. Right. And it's like, add me in the conversation of rappers too, because I could rap too. But again, if you want a hook or if you want something like that, I can do the R&B shit too. So I want to be well-rounded. I want to be in different conversations instead of somebody saying, oh, he does an R&B. Well, if I need an R&B verse or a hook, then I'll go to him. Like, no, I can do that too.
Yeah.
So,
but I also feel like R&B is like way more. Rap is rap. rap is still like, you know, the popular genre, but I feel like especially with the ladies though, at least R&B's been getting a lot more love than in this era now than what it has been in the last couple of years, I would say.
You think? I feel like R&B never goes away.
No, there was a period of time where like R&B was in the background.
Really?
Yeah, but now there was a period, not like a 10-year period, but I feel like there was like a 3 or 4 year run where like rap really just ran like everything.
Meg and what's her name?
Probably around that time,
Doja,
or even
all the girl rappers were out.
He said it right now. Eric Bellinger, I think, he's been in the game for at least 10 or 12 years. But like, there's not too many guys I can think of between 2012 and 2016 that weren't already established. Like a lot of like a big act at that point. Yeah, there's always going to be smaller acts that are out there, but I can't remember a dominating period for R&B between 2012 and maybe 2017, 18-ish.
Yeah.
Like, who can you think of that was during that time period? That we weren't established with. Then you have the hybrid. Right, and that's what I like what you were saying right now, right? But you have a hybrid where you can rap and sing now, right? Yeah. And I think Drake popularized that, making it cool. I know you hate that, but he really did. And now it's like you really got to do both to survive out here.
Yeah, because I personally feel like just trying to be an R&B artist, it's going to be harder to make it than just a rapper.
Right.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. I personally feel like that.
You have to be more talented to be just an R&B artist.
And just think about this though. If you go to clubs and stuff like that, they want to be, you know, uplifted. They want to be hype and stuff. So if you go up there and change up with R&B, you really got to be really good.
Yeah.
Or you got to have a fan base. And if you don't have a fan base, they're like, all right, well, next act, please.
But if you like can get people dancing,
like they want to say, like, oh, okay, he nice.
So then, what do you prefer to like dancing music or like love songs or I'm serious, like what the genre?
It depends on the kind of vibe, because I feel like I make music you could ride to. Like I'm all about the vibe. So like if the vibe is on some chill shit, I got something for that. If we trying to turn up, I got something for that. If you really want to hear a story about how, you know, a heartbreak or whatever, I got stuff like that too.
Yeah.
So like that's why I'm very like in the process of how I want this project to sound, because with the name Alter Ego, it's like two different sides. So like for new listeners, do I want to just be all melodic R&B shit, or do I want to mix it in there with some upbeat tempo type of stuff so I can get them to, you know, come in, and then once they get in tune with the artist, I'm like, oh, okay, he do got this side to him.
Yeah, it would be kind of cool if you did like half of your album like one, you know, if you were going for this like duality idea, it'd be kind of cool if you took listeners on an adventure like for half of the album with one of those, I guess, personalities or characters, and then made like a hard switch into the other, so you could really feel the snap of the, I guess, like the alter ego. If I was listening to like an R&B album and I was vibing with it, and then all of a sudden like it took a turn to like a rap or a hip hop album that I could like dance to, like that would be intriguing to me.
See, that's crazy because I believe in walk by faith, right? And this is something I was already thinking about. Do I want to do 3 songs and then an interlude and then switch up the flow, or do I want to do 4? Because I don't want to give them too much, you know, because I gotta promote everything. So it's like I'd rather give them a little bit to keep them interested and coming back.
Yeah.
But then make sure that when I do it, because you only get one chance to, you know, capture somebody's attention, I feel like.
That's a good point.
Right? So I want to make sure when I do that, do I want to start off with the upbeat first and then the interlude and then... Oh, no, I'm still thinking about it. I'm going to pray about it, though, for sure.
Yeah, amen.
My question to you is then, right, what does success like in music look like for you? Is it just something that, like, where do you want to take it? Is it as high as it goes?
So success for me would look like accomplishing everything I put my mind to. So if like I want to, like for me, like I like doing shows in San Diego because I feel like you want to capture your city first, but then I hear also you got to go out of your city to get popping, and then they'll respect you more. But for me, I want to captivate my city first, right, and then do bigger shows in LA and stuff. So it's like, okay, yeah, the cool little vibes, you know, places like that is cool, but I want to do something bigger. And so me thinking like, okay, I want to do something bigger, a bigger venue, and to actually have that in arm's reach and getting on stage like a House of Blues or something like that, because that's, for me, that's next level for me. Like the House of Blues and stuff, because it's like, damn, G Perico up there, all these other artists that made their way and stuff like that, like I want to do that too. So for me to actually see it, believe it and accomplishment, and accomplish it. That's what success like is for me.
Yeah.
Like actually like having a plan and executing it.
Yeah,
really.
it coming to fruition.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, so I'm trying to build my fan base. Okay, what does that look like? Going out there, going to different places. Boom, now I get to see my return on my investment of people really fucking with what I got going on. That's success for me. It's like, oh dang, they really do stand behind what I'm pushing.
So what are you doing? Are you doing like open mics or?
Yeah, I'm doing open mics, and then to let you into my world too. So I got a song called Trip to Dago. And so one of my thought process was, okay, how do I appreciate that?
Yeah, I like the song. It's a nice vibe.
How do I want to get people involved in it? So I was thinking go around San Diego, different places where it's populated, Mission Beach, OB, downtown, and give like a live performance there.
Oh, yeah.
Boom. Give a live performance downtown in front of everybody. Like, fuck it. Like, put myself out there because this is what I want to do. Yeah. Right? I can't say I want to grow my fan base and not willing to put in the feet work.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that's fucking crazy.
Well, how can people become your fan if they can't hear you?
That's the thing that I struggle with, right? Like, even doing like this pod was like, yo, how did... No, I didn't struggle with that. That part, no. But it's like... But yes, yeah, you're right. Yes, but to the right audience. We have a weird audience base out here. No, for real. With only like 5% black people and everybody's transplants from out of here or whatever, everybody comes in with like different like preconceived notions of what they like. Like we are very infiltrated as a city, especially being a military town. So it's like, yo, where am I specifically going to go to be able to push like what I do? I've always struggled with that piece of it, right? And then that's where I was going to ask you, where it's like, yo, man, where do you think like, you said like the beach spots and downtowns and stuff, but where do you think that most of your resources should be at? Like where you should concentrate on growing the most fans and stuff like that? Do you think it's going to be through the music itself or a combination of all the things? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because now I'm strictly like thinking like, yo, I'm going to get it through good content. It's the
like
best
social media. Yeah,
it's the best way that I'm going to get it.
Yeah, he's talking about going to the streets.
Footwork, I don't know if I got it in. I go through that little travel bag we got all the time. And like, yo, I don't think
I've been trying to get him back on the street. I'm like, let's
he
go
looked at me too when the pain
outside.
was in
Man, we was
Let's
doing
go
that.
outside,
once we had to
man.
go back in for whatever reason we did, and we had like 3 weeks where we didn't have to move the shit. We're like, man, it was kind of nice.
Can we do one pod outside this year?
Oh man, that's so hard. The weather is trash right now.
You gotta look at
It's about to start raining.
Saying the weather is trash.
Hey, but
it was 73 degrees today.
There's a dude that stands outside of Padre games. I saw him on Instagram.
Yeah.
Is he black?
Yeah, what's his name?
He got different color hair.
D-Dreams?
Hey,
What's his name? D-Dreams?
hey, I know what you're talking about.
Nice.
I know you're talking about.
I wouldn't say that negative because he seemed like a real positive brother.
No, they
Though.
actually
He's
kicked
doing
him
the
out of his
footwork.
spot.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He does the work, man.
He's doing the footwork.
But he be getting harassed out here.
But he also has some like people that really support him and a little
absolutely.
attraction.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take,
absolutely,
man.
bro.
I seen a video where he was, I want to say up in LA doing the same thing. I'm like, well, he really doing it.
Oh, no. But he went to a Dodger game.
Oh,
Singing about, the
I
rally.
think so. I think that was
Hey,
the one.
so
He risked his life?
last month when I went to get these in TJ, when I was
shit,
waiting
he
in
was there?
line.
you saw him?
He was there.
No, not him.
Oh,
All three of them.
I know where we was going with it.
No.
Okay, sorry, like-
But when I was waiting in line to get back, it was like an hour and a half wait. And these two dudes, they went to the front of the line and they just start freestyling.
I
tore
see
everybody down.
Wait, in the border rate? In the border?
in the borderline.
And they just start They had this little fucking speaker that just has this regular boom
They were
back.
Latino?
Yeah, and they just started spitting in Spanish, and I don't know what they're saying. It sound like on point for what they're doing, and they just freestyling off the top to everybody around. People hand them $1 or whatever, and they just go down the line, down the line.
Yeah, that's kind of
I'm
what's
not
up.
mad at it.
Yeah, I seen that too.
I like that. That's
Putting
grassroots right
yourself
there.
out there.
I like that.
That's grassroots.
That's grassroots. I'm with
That's
grassroots. We're grassroots.
Oh yeah, we.
I be inspired by that shit. I'm like,
Me
man,
too.
maybe I will take the shit outside. Then the couch feels so much better. I'll be like, yo.
From your mouth to God's ears.
That's the real thing though, because it's like, and when people ask us about the pod, I'm like, yo, I use this podcast as a platform like for other people to like give light on what they do, right? On top of bringing out content and shit like that. So that's why, like, when we spoke a couple of months ago, I was like, yo, it ain't it's just we got some shit that's going on.
Yeah.
You know, where we just gotta, take care of some stuff, but it's never no. You know what I mean? So it's like in some way, in some fashion, it's like, because I know that people enjoy that, especially like our listeners, like they enjoy the fact that we bring in different people. That's why I like the other pods, like Jonah, for example. I bring him up all the time, but I really enjoy his shit because he got a new person in the fucking chair every day.
It's always interesting.
Are they new though?
Don't do that. He gonna hit you.
I want it.
He's like,
Jonah.
It's been a while.
Oh man, you know, me and Jonah were trying to connect for like weeks.
For real?
Yeah, weeks and weeks. I'm coming, Jonah.
Season.
I'm coming for you before. While I'm still.
Now you got a dope thing.
I gotta get him.
Yeah. Oh, you know Jonah too?
I was on there too. Yeah.
Oh shit! What was this?
We talking about barbershop conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was on there, man. It's on my page.
Yeah. Oh shit!
His
man.
part is sassy.
Because
might get a different side.
I still feel special. Don't worry.
Cool.
Jonah beat you to the punch.
But did you have a good time?
No, I did. It's definitely organic. It wasn't no planned script or nothing like that. I just want to keep it organic and go from there.
That should be hard for me. I be struggling.
Well, what works for you may not work for somebody else.
That's right. Because he said, "Yo, how y'all do all that?" And he be wondering that too. He be ready to. He likes Jonah's style. Like he loved to go in there. How he feel on that day. But see me, I need a little inspiration.
Right.
Yeah. Just like write something down so I can I remember that time. So, but yeah. All right. So my last question for you. Lex wants you to turn it up. Do you still want him to turn it up?
We'll see where it goes.
Okay. I just want to make sure. Lex, he hit the spicy meter. So do you have music in the stash right now?
Yeah, I do. I keep it fully loaded.
How often do you write?
When I get that feeling. So that sounds like a Marvin Gaye song, huh?
when I get that
feeling. Recently, I've just been trying to lock in and just because I'll write and I get bored, I want to do something else.
Yeah.
So I try to do it pretty often, but sometimes if I'm not feeling it, I'm not feeling it.
Where you think you the most creative at though? Like when you get the most, for example, for me, when you get me 10 o'clock, wife sleep, kids sleep and everything, and it's just me and the TV watching me, that's where all my thoughts be flowing.
Yeah.
Like real shit, for better or for worse. You're right. But that or drives, to work.
Yeah.
The shower too is anywhere where I'm still, right? And I have no distractions is where my best ideas come in.
That's for me, normally the shower.
Yeah, that's for you? The shower's that spot?
Yep.
Mine's wherever. Like when I come home from work, I'll probably sit in my car for a little bit and then I'll listen to old stuff. I'm like, well, I got this old beat. Let me see what I can come with. And then I'll write and then I'm like, oh, I can't come up with nothing.
Right.
And I tell myself, lock in, man. Stop getting sidetracked or whatever. Just lock in. Boom. But then sometimes if I do run out of ideas, I like to come back and have fresher ideas.
Yeah,
then I also like waking up, driving to work because I feel like when I wake up, I have fresher ideas.
Yeah.
And I'll start writing again. Or if I'm driving home from work or, whatever, whenever. There's one time I was riding the scooters in PB and I was like, oh, this is a dope place to write. Like I'm having all these ideas because I'm seeing different stuff now. I'm like, okay, I could probably use this and try to use this experience for when I write, for whenever, because I try to pull from different scenarios or whatever. It may be personal experiences or it may just be stuff I've seen or heard or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
that's what's
anytime.
Up. Hey, I be thinking I be really interested in people's inspiration process, especially at my age right now, which is not old. I'm just saying that now because it's so easy for our demographic to get on the just get stuck in that that zone all the time.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right.
Well, the problem be, especially with, you got kids?
Nah, none.
All right, cool.
Right. Can't relate.
Because the hard part, if you do get, some creative juices flowing, but you so fucking scheduled.
Yeah.
I'm sure you probably work be kind of fucking it up sometimes. You be like, man, I'm trying to get this off, but, I still got to clock in. But when you got work and then straight to the kids and all this other shit, sometimes you be like, man, I'm trying to get this shit off. I'm gonna forget it. And then you just go, and you don't get to sit down and stop moving until 10:30, 11 at night. Yeah. And by that point, you're like, man, fuck all that. I ain't feeling creative no more. And
it happens. I've been there before, definitely.
Yeah, that builds up in me though. I was talking to one of my girls the other day. And we were saying you start to feel maybe that, especially if you're a creative person, which we're all clearly creative people. This pod is a big creative outlet. When I feel I'm not, I'm having all these different brainchilds or these different ideas, and I'm not putting anything out, I start to feel stagnant, or I start to feel I'm not I don't know, progressing, or I'm not as fulfilled, like I feel like and it's harder, like you're saying, when we have the kids or we're working, or just as we get older and we don't have as much time. So I think it is important to be like intentional, like, okay, let me sit down and do this. Like, it can't be as just like, oh, I'm inspired in the moment. Like, and I know what I've been trying to get better at, because you have ideas, as I'll make a point to like try to write something down, an idea I've had, a thought, an experience that I'm like, I want to plan around, because I feel like it's important for us to get these things off. We got to get them off.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I always try to relate everything to baseball. So like, I was gonna
love that.
Like,
here we go.
Like going to a tryout.
Oh Lord.
like going to a tryout. You may not even get signed. They may just be looking to see what's out there, right? But I would not know if I don't put myself out there. I don't know who I'm going to meet or what kind of possibilities may come from it. Yeah. But I do know if I want to get signed, I got to put myself out there. I got to do the groundwork. So building a fan base, I don't know who I'm going to run into or what I'm going to do if I don't put myself out there, if I don't put my music out there, or if I don't upload whatever.
Yeah.
That's right. There's practices, right? I may write something, I may write a song and it may suck and may nobody ever hear it. But it's just me practicing. I may use that line for another song. It just didn't work out right there, right? I'm still sharpening my skills, and it's just like
nothing's not for nothing.
Yeah, nothing's not for nothing, and that's just how I always look at stuff like that. Because I try to be very optimistic and positive. So, like I said, I always try to relate it to baseball because I've been playing that my whole life.
Yeah,
and everything just somehow relates a lot.
The funny thing that you said that, man, I've been listening a lot to J. Cole's new podcast. And he got a podcast? Well, it's only like, it's for basically it's like him timelining like how he got to this point right now. Like they found an old laptop with music on it and stuff, so he plays some unreleased tracks, and then he also offers a 10-year anniversary of 2014 Forest Hills Drive on there. Okay. But he like kind of like talks about from being a young kid all the way up until now, like his processes, and then where he was at with the music. That's why I asked you, did you have like unfinished music, or do you have like music that's stashed? Because he was basically saying that by the time his debut album came out, he didn't have any music left, right? And he had to find out who he was and like figure out like what his sound was going to be. But majority of it is like he just fell into his sound. It wasn't like he forced it. And that's why I asked you about the writing process too, because it's like a lot of things that have happened to me that have been good in life have come unforced. Or just like putting myself in an opportunity, not from a forced position though. You know what I mean? Like when I expect something, or if I'm like, oh, let me, even if I was thinking about like what your process may be, right? Oh, I want to write a smash song right now. Yeah, right. It may not work like that for you, right? It may work like, yo, I'm in the car and then there's a tune or a bop that's in my hand. I'm like, oh, I got to write that down, like how you were saying. Yeah. So, or I may not use this specific verse for this song, but I'll use this verse for another song that I started or whatever, because it relates there. Yeah. And that kind of just opened my world up, like listening to him say that. And that's why I asked you that, because it's like a lot of us, we're interested in to hear what gets you into your creative process. You know what I mean? And that means something to certain people, because it's like, oh shit, he's just like us. You know what I mean? Type of thing.
Relatable.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then that's why in my music, like I try to be honest, because it's like nobody's perfect, right? And we're all here on this earth our first time. Nobody really gave us that blueprint, unless you want to talk about the Bible kind of thing, right? Yeah. Nobody gave you a blueprint on how to navigate through this life, how to navigate through relationships, how to navigate through a loss. Nobody ever, you know what I'm saying? So we're all trying to figure it out. Yeah. So it's like, for me, like the yin and the yang, right? If you're gonna be too harsh on yourself, you also got to be your best friend too at the same time. You can't just be too one-sided, and I feel like that's the Libra.
Oh my God, that almost made me cry. Right? That's really powerful.
Yeah, because I like me playing baseball, and I work around people that get like overwhelmed and stuff. I'm like, yo, you got to be able to be your best friend too. Yeah, you can be hard on yourself, because we're our own worst critic, but at the same time, give yourself some credit, because if you look at a brick wall, right, there's not just one brick, there's different layers, there's multiple. So one brick at a time, you're gonna get that wall. You just gotta keep going, right? Keep going and don't stop, and just trust where you at and be okay with where you at. Right. So like when you go to like therapy or whatever like that, right? They get you to open up and stuff like that. I feel like a lot of stuff we already know, or I may just be speaking for myself, but it's just like for them to say it in a professional setting, it's like, oh damn, but you probably already knew that, you know, dealing with relationships, those red flags that we ran through, right? Yeah. You knew damn well you shouldn't have been messing with that person.
We do it for the story though.
Yeah,
or for something else. Right? We do it for
okay. Teach his own, but it's like, we know, man. You just be okay with where you at, because there's beauty in the struggle, like J. Cole said.
Yeah, absolutely.
Amen. Definitely. There you go. Okay, Wynn.
When's the album coming out?
Oh shit, it's coming.
All right. You got a single that we pushing?
Yeah, right now it's called XXX, but I'm really still behind Trip to Dago.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I feel like enough people haven't heard it yet.
Where can everybody find your music at, just so that they know?
On Apple Music.
Apple Music?
Yep.
Okay, all right. And Spotify?
Spotify
too, there we go. And
Pandora, if you got it.
Pandora? I ain't listening to Pandora.
YouTube. Me neither, but somebody said,
I love Pandora.
Somebody said, hey, it's on Pandora. I said, what the hell?
There's a generation
I still listen to my Pandora.
Do you?
Yeah, dead ass.
I mean, that's better than going to 90, like 933 or something. I think those commercials are only like 20 seconds long versus the 2-minute break they be taking.
I love Pandora station.
That's what's up. And then where can they find you at, like on your social media handles?
Shit, if you're looking for me, I'm on Instagram at Wednesday, WYNNSDAY 619.
There we go.
Yep.
Find them there. All right, let's clap it up.
Yeah, I'm glad. That's nice getting to know you. You do got an. This is what I mean. This is why I call him like a lover boy, because you look at him and you know he's got like this
the smooth
swag and you know, but like you have depth to you. You know, you do have depth to you, and I can appreciate that. You have something to say. And
he listens to R&B for sure.
And it's not bullshit.
He listens to R&B for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
He listens to R&B. I press and play. I'm about to, hey, you would have caught me when I was still running these streets.
Hey,
I would have used a few of the quotable lines he had on them.
I got some cool
stuff. Use a few of I'm out the game.
Yeah,
I'm out the game. Wife been testing me lately. She's been testing me. You like that? No, I don't.
Not at all.
I don't like that at all. No.
But on the flip side, when they do look at me, whatever, they probably think like, "Oh, you got all these girls up." Like, it don't even be like that.
It don't. Nah. I be trying to tell her that. She swear to God, like. Yeah, I was like, no.
Whatever. No. Yeah, all guys got girls.
No,
okay.
Y'all be like, y'all know what the girls say. We be trying to figure.
Yeah, we're on the other side of it.
Yeah, I don't know. What she say?
Yeah. That is
she like me?
Yeah, right? I wouldn't even know she liked me until a year later. Like, you didn't say nothing.
That is true. We be trying to hold it real close to the chest.
Yeah, but you tell your homegirls. That's the thing. You tell your homegirls. Like, shit, I had a chance.
My homegirl could walk in the room and be like, she would fuck him, and none of them would ever know.
I wish y'all would say that out the gate. You wait till like somebody get into a relationship, you know, always loves you. Look, fuck out of here.
Yeah.
What's the last time that happened to you?
Okay, you're messy.
So you would turn the spice level up on me,
right?
Yeah. Okay. He get a pass, right? G Perico line, right? It's been a while, a long time, actually, to tell you the truth, because I still gotta respond. She gonna hear it. It's been a long time. I ain't even lying.
There you go.
It's the truth.
No creepy love for Carl.
This year in music, Lex, give us your 5 through 1. Although I do know you're 1, and I'm satisfied. I won't even argue with you with the other ones.
Oh yeah,
man. Come on, man.
That's what everybody was hitting me about. It was like, yo, he's a wild boy.
Oh yeah. Even before we got in here right now, we had a listener put us in a group text together. Was mad at his Drake comment.
Oh no, that's the first person that hit me like, yo, you wild. But anybody who loves Drake is always gonna hit me with that take. Everyone was hitting me was about your Schoolboy Q take.
Oh, about my Schoolboy Q take.
Yeah.
Oh, get it off. I want to hear this.
I think you said you had it like number 27. And I don't remember talking.
I was joking.
Well, they took that shit.
They took it hard eye. You got to be careful what you put out in the airways.
I'll hold you to it.
Because I got a song called Cold Hearted, right?
Yeah.
And this is stuff I haven't even really, like I said, I pulled from different experiences, or it may not even be personal, just made off of what I see.
Right.
I wrote a song, and then this past relationship situation, whatever you want to call it, I find myself going through it. I'm like, damn, I got to be careful what I write, because
you manifested
I'm really going through this shit.
Right,
like,
right.
You tripping off of everything. Huh?
What do you call it?
It was a relationship without the title, because I asked her to be my girl and she didn't give me no answer.
Damn. We live in that era too.
But in her mind, we was boyfriend and girl. I'm like, okay, that's cool, but like, I'm not gonna assume I'm your boyfriend if we never had that conversation. Like, hey, you my girlfriend, I'm your boyfriend, right?
If you don't ever say nothing, I'm not going.
Right, no,
This guy's hoping the comment never happens.
I mean,
He's like, God, another day she didn't ask where we are.
got out of that one.
It's crazy. I'm off the hook.
How'd I dodge that one, huh?
Oh shit, the kids calling.
Meanwhile, Wynn over here, you confessing your heart. Baby girl didn't want to commit.
Not because when she got mad, she said, "Oh, we weren't together." I'm like, "Well, we were together, but we didn't have that title." All I was saying was we didn't have that title, but we were together. Like I was exclusively messing with you. I wasn't messing with nobody else, but we didn't have that title.
Right.
And I
But
feel
did you have that conversation?
Yeah, we had that
or
conversation.
Or you just made that assumption because of the time and that was being spent?
I feel like the second part you said.
The assumption that because of the time that was spent?
Yeah, and I'm not fucking with nobody. She not fucking with nobody. We hanging out, spending the night, and it's like... But when I had that conversation, like, hey, like, I want to be your man type of stuff, it's like she got quiet. And, like, in my head, it took me back a little bit because I'm like, what's stopping you from saying, yeah, we're already fucking with each other?
It's a great question.
I need no answer.
And I felt bad for
and, the reality is that you don't want to be tied to one man. Like, that's
I want to know what
the
she
answer.
said.
Yeah. What did she say?
She, this is the thing that blows my mind because, excuse me, I feel like when you say certain things to women, they pick out one thing and they forget everything else you said and just stick on that part.
Huh?
Yeah, it was good.
Well, sometimes it only be one thing that need to be focused on.
Selective hearing.
Exactly, because
hearing.
I said we were together, but we didn't have that title. And I asked you multiple times, hey, I want to be your man. Are we going to be official? Never said nothing. And her response was like, oh, I feel like that was a stupid question. I'm like, I don't want to assume. Like, I don't just going around assuming like, oh yeah, we're boyfriend and girlfriend. Like, if I go out and out of respect for you, like, yeah, that's my girl. But we never had that, hey, I'm your boyfriend, you're my girlfriend, right? Like, no, we never had that talk.
Well, how can you hold her to it then if you never had that conversation? How can I be held to an expectation that I haven't been given?
But she thought she said, oh, we were together. I'm like, we were, but we just didn't have that title. When I asked you about that title, you didn't say nothing.
Yeah.
So, fuck the title. We were together, yes, but you're getting mad that I said we didn't have that title, and it's all factual.
Y'all expectation. I saw, it's funny he said that too. I ran into this girl at the gym like about a week ago. I ain't seen her.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, about I haven't seen her about 2 or 3 months.
That's the one who told you she loved you.
No, not at all. This girl, something. I gotta be careful what I put out there in the airways. But I feel like something ain't like she need to talk to somebody. Right?
Okay.
Right, it's pretty bad, right? So she said that she was dating this guy. And here's the thing though. I gotta paint this because it make more sense. She's 40, right?
Okay.
So she's like, I'm still a virgin. I said, why are you leading with this, right? Like, we're in the gym right now. I'm trying to tell you.
Have you had a conversation with this woman ever before?
But not about this. It ain't never. It's usually like superficial.
Wait,
and you ask somebody how they doing, and you be like, yo, fuck, why I asked you?
Every time. Yeah.
You said what?
And they overshare or something?
Hell yeah, she's one of those, right? Like, just like no eye contact, just running, just. I said, oh. She was like, yeah, and I told him, like, I want to make this, legit. I want it to feel real. Like, I want him to respect that. I'm a virgin, but you say that I'm wifey. I said, look, at 40, and you got you a young dude, because she said, bro, like 32, right? I said, he still got his libido, right?
I can't breathe.
I was like, I don't know how you going to hold out long enough in this era. So she said she had found, like, condoms in the drawer. My man said those was old before I met you. But I've had that happen.
I'm the only one.
I've had that happen. Yeah.
Hella.
And then she found some butt plugs in the house. Right?
Okay.
Those are old too.
I gotta get my shit off while I'm waiting on your ass.
Wow.
Those are for me.
And y'all would really say that shit to make us feel like you ain't some cheating ass motherfuckers like you are.
That's
what she was getting at, right? She was like, but I was like, yo, you don't know no girl. You don't have no proof. I was like, honestly, it's the truth though. Like, you have intuition. You have to
and ride it, ladies.
Intuition, you
and
can't
ride
do shit
that
with it.
shit.
You know how many motherfuckers would be in jail if we went off of intuition alone?
Oh my God.
Like you gotta have proof.
No, you don't.
So, I feel like you do. But here's the thing. So she was like, I hit my cousin up and I started complaining to him about it. Then they was like, you should block him and leave him alone. I said, wait a minute. time out. That's bad advice. I was like, you should probably like talk to this dude.
Yeah.
Because he's trying to reach out to you. The reason why I bring this up is because 3 months it went by, right? And she's like, you haven't heard from her now. I was like, well, you blocked him. Right? I was like, so you haven't talked to him or anything? Like your expectation is off. She said, well, why didn't you just come to my job or something or bother me that way? I said, God damn.
Now you gonna say he's crazy.
Yeah, that's what. And so that's where it's like, yo, the guessing game that we be having. Yeah,
it's a disconnect.
That's what I'm getting at. The guessing game.
The guessing game is crazy. When I get it. I try to be biased, right? She hit me with it like, some women want guys that just do. They don't want to ask, but I can't fucking read your mind. Yeah. So tell me what you want or tell me what you need, and then I can do that for you. I can't just sit up here and guess. Yeah. Right? That's going to cut out all the fucking miscommunication or the confusion if you just said how you feel. Right. Right? It's instead of posting on Instagram, oh, if a man needs to just do it, I'm like, man, I'm tired of seeing that shit.
So this has got me in trouble a lot. And I'm not gonna change, but
I'm not gonna change.
No, because especially when it comes to like sexual encounters, right? Like I can't read your mind, and I'm also like, you are the woman who I believe you should have full control of your body in all aspects of life. So if you decide you want to give me your body, you got to give me more than just a little hint. Otherwise, I might kill the mood and ask you, hey, you sure this is what you want? And I understand that kills the mood.
Sure. Fuck your life up. Keep playing with me.
I've had multiple stages in my life where a girl will be like, you get way more pussy if you just... She said take it, but I can't talk like that nowadays. She's like, if you just took it, you get way more. I'm like, nah.
That's not even the era to
that's
take.
That's not how I rock. She was like fired. I had a different girl fired up. Why don't you ever just hit me up sometimes? Like, yo, I'm coming through to drop it off in your drawers, and then I'm leaving. And I'm like, is that how you want me to speak to you? Like, now that you've made me aware, maybe I can speak to you that way. Yeah. But I'm not just going to do that just to do it.
Yeah.
You're not gonna screenshot me. I've always said that. Like, you're not gonna get like the screenshot off on me.
No, I think I was telling Lex the other
you're not
day,
gonna screenshot me.
I had like an awkward encounter and it went out.
Oh.
You ain't shit for that laugh.
What happened?
She's blowing it way out of proportion.
No, I don't want to talk too much about it because I don't want.
No, go ahead.
It just
talking to the mic. Hear from the ladies too. The ladies want to hear from me. Go ahead, girl. Get your testimony
I'm newly single, and I was like, I thought I was like flirting.
That's the thing too, being awkward.
But I'm so awkward.
They're gonna tell you the same thing I told you.
I'm so awkward. Like, I'm swaggy until I'm not, and then like. When the moment I realized, like, ooh, then I get so weird sometimes, and so I got so.
We all do though.
I got so awkward, but it was like, I don't know. It was a situation where like there seemed to be like a misunderstanding. Like someone had made like a comment, and I.
Who's someone though?
We're not doing that.
I need to know someone. These are the great details that we need to know.
You just said you don't want
to do that shit to me all the time.
Because we all be knowing a lot of this thing. We be knowing people.
So, okay, well,
hold on. I'm not saying it's like in any kind of circle or this or that or that.
No, if you said someone, it was either you or that other person. I didn't need to know their name. Are you someone?
Am I someone that? As in
you
what?
Talking about who made the comment?
Who made the comment?
They made the comment first.
Okay.
And I was like, okay with it a bit. Like, I was like, okay, but then I was also like, let me try to nip this from going too much further, and then this is kind of where this conversation is centering. And then in that, it just got really awkward. And then they were like, I think they were worried about getting screenshotted, honestly, because they were like, I never like meant to like disrespect you, and I believe I've been like respectful. I've never like tried to come off offensively to you. And then I was like, oh yeah, no, I thought we were like flirting, and I was just kind of saying like, okay, all right, that was cute, but like, don't, take it easy, big fella, like easy there, tiger, like, and
that right there will give me not to come back either.
Yeah,
you shoot me
down.
And
that's what I told Lex.
But if you play offense, he's not gonna be like, oh, she weird, I'm not gonna fuck her.
Well, no, we never said that.
That's what I was telling you.
He ain't never said that. No.
I mean,
If you go, hey, you know what? Let's start over. This was just weird or whatever. Hey, are you trying to come through? He'll be like, you know what? Yup. That's exactly what I was.
Matter of fact, if you act awkward, I'm like, oh, she human.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. I don't know if other men think about this, but like, I think of women like if I think a girl is fire, I put her on a goddess pedestal.
And that's what I want to be.
And you got to do something that humanizes you for me to feel like, oh, I can hit.
So, and you know what?
You got to have a stupid laugh
or something. That's what it was. I was like, damn, I lost
crazy.
Like not the upper hand,
the mystique,
but
like a little mystique to you.
Yes, I lost it. But I mean,
once I knocked the mystique away, that box is mine.
Exactly. Yeah, and I think that's what it was. I was like, damn, I lost it.
Yeah. No, it's cool because like you could be weirdly you though. Like that. I ain't never heard a dude say, oh, she's weird, I didn't hit.
But okay,
unless it was like a bad red flag. But
I'm not exactly necessarily trying to hit. I was just, like hang. I don't know. In the end, he gave me like a pity, like, it's all good. Let's still get together, and we're not like at the house get together. Like we were gonna have an outing.
That's still not pity though.
Like a friendly outing.
Most dudes ain't wasting
No, it was
their
like
time.
let's have like a friendly. It was like very much like let's have a friendly outing.
You want to see how it
goes. You are in
go.
the friend zone.
Just take it. I'll go.
No, you
might come back in.
It's only gonna start off as a friendly outing.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you that too, just so that you feel comfortable. I might be lying. Like I'm still trying to.
I think he's scared of me now. Honestly, I think he's like terrified. I'm gonna like me to him or something. I don't know.
That's the thing. Real shit. I really be thinking about that. Like post all this other shit. All right, Lex. We finally got to it. Number 5.
Sorry, my bad.
What we got on the list?
Soul Burger, Absol.
You know what's funny? I'd never listened to that album. They're going to kill me on that too. Yeah, I didn't listen to it. Honestly, because I don't feel the pressure on listening to music, I'm not going to hurry up and try to get to it these days.
I ain't even mad at you.
All
People
right.
hit me up all the time. I'm just now getting to this. I'm like, cool, whatever. Number 4, Everybody Can't Go, Benny the Butcher.
I fuck with that. Yeah. I like that. Number 4, yeah. Benny, he's been quiet the last 8 months though.
No, he hasn't.
You've heard a lot of music from him?
He's got like 3 albums.
I can hear it pop.
He's got 3 albums on this list.
You got 3?
He's got 3 on this list.
Damn. They came out recently?
Well, this one was January. The most recent one was October. And then he dropped one in the summer.
I'm behind.
Yeah.
I heard the one in the summer.
Yeah, the one with 38 Specials.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
Number 3, The Crossroads, Corday.
I fuck with it. I just don't think it's better than the last project. We argued about that a little bit.
Oh, it's way better than the last one. I don't know if it's better than the first one.
You ever heard of Corday?
I heard of him, but never listened to his music though.
Yeah, he's more of like backpack rap too. I would say more than anything. But I feel like he got bars though.
What is backpack rap? Like underground rap?
That's a good point. That's a
like
great question. I've never had to
CDs
explain that. It's more like conscious rap.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I would call it more conscious rap.
Oh, why do you guys call it backpack?
Because it's like a subgenre of hip hop, where I would call like 50 Cent at one point gangster rap, right?
Yeah, but why the backpack terminology? Like, what's the symbolism in that?
Nerdy, I guess.
These motherfuckers be wearing backpacks to the cipher because they got all their shit in it.
Poems
they
and
just
shit
walk around. It was like a New York thing where they they got all their shit in the backpack, and you in New York and you just like, oh, where's the cipher at? Where the battle at? And they got all their shit in their backpack, and they come through talking about the sun and the moon and all this other shit. How the pyramids was built, and we be like, oh, that's popping.
You know
Random facts with Lex.
Common would be considered backpack rap.
Yeah, I love Common.
Talib Kweli would be considered backpack rap.
I'm a backpack rap fan.
Most Def. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely my
J. Cole.
first.
J. Cole?
No, he's a college rapper.
See, that's the new, but he would. You're saying that because that's the new, but he would be considered that like backpack at some
Hell
point.
no.
He wanted to be backpack. He'll tell you
but that's not what he ended up being.
What do you call Nas?
Nas, kick knowledge.
Okay, so
Nas trying to kick knowledge. He not backpacking.
He's spreading it across then. Just like you like mumble rappers, like that's the thing, right? It's just like one. That's always a subgenre though.
Yeah.
That's a good question. I've never had my whole life. I've never been asked that.
Was something?
I was
not all of our listeners. I'm sure. Not all.
What is it?
Yeah, no, we don't all know.
Yeah, because I had never had to explain, but it's not that big thing though, right? Like some people either you get on, backpack for a little bit, and then you just had your moment to shine, and that was it. All right, who we got at number 2?
Number 2 is the Auditorium Volume 1, Pete Rock and Common.
Oh, then we went right to another backpack.
There we go.
Yeah. I didn't listen to that one.
And then
yeah, I know you wait on it. Go ahead. It's cool.
Number one
is GNX.
Was that legitimately your number one? Or did we bully you in that?
No.
So you pump fake this?
Nobody bullies me.
No, because
have you seen some of No, because I got Pete. There be my top 5 every year. People be like, "Oh, this shit was stupid," or "Who the fuck is this?" I thought this year we bullied you
because you was acting weird about it. Like, oh,
I wasn't acting weird about it.
What number one where you talked about that we were thinking that like we would be mad about?
Yeah,
you said it.
Common. I thought any number one outside of Kendrick, y'all would be mad at. The problem was, the thing I was worried about was it came out late enough in the year where I'm like, I'm not going to be able to, because I listened to so much, I'm not going to be able to really sit with it as long as it would need to jump all these other ones.
But it still did?
But because I had a good month with it by myself, and then everywhere I went, it was playing. I got like a expedited, like, okay. And it was getting better every time, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's just... And, part of my criteria is I don't want to say the impact, but the impact's kind of undeniable at this point. Especially being where we're at. Like, it's not like we're in a different city, but, like, it is what it is.
All right, let's get some hand claps. Clap it up one more time. We ain't got the soundboard today, man, so we figure it out. All right, random shit to fill in time. I only got 2 questions that I'm going to get off today because I know it's going to be a long pod.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. What is something that you learned about yourself through... I don't know if I want to ask y'all that. I ain't going to do that. We ain't going to take that. Is love a choice or a feeling? If you say both, did it start off as both for you as always, or did it start off as one and turn into both? Is love a choice or a feeling?
It might start off as a feeling, but it always ends up a choice.
Why?
Huh?
Why would you? So you about to lie to your girl? What?
Literally.
Because it takes so much fucking work.
Yeah. I don't even know how to describe the work. When people used to say that shit, they'd be like, "Oh, it takes work." What the fuck is work? Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Sometimes it's just mental capacity to where it's like it ain't even it ain't even deeper than that. It's just like, damn, like it's easy to love the best of somebody. It's hard to love the rest of them. You know what I mean? So
you on a roll. That's 2.
You want to be a rapper?
The work is loving the rest of somebody every single day.
Amen. Okay.
And a lot of times the rest of somebody is the majority of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a real thing. That's a real thing. I think for me, I would say it was a choice like out the beginning where it's like, yo, like I have these feelings, but it's my choice to like be in love with this person and do the work, right? And like know what that work is. The work is like taking care of the house shit every day. The work is making sure that I peep into her mental, and see where she's at. And like I told her, I said, look, I have had a lot of experiences, and she and I have had talked about that. Like, so what makes me so special? I said, yo, I dropped the shit that like I normally would do, like everything, like. It took a 360 for us. It's not even for you. I won't say for you, because if I did it for you, then where am I at in this point, right? So a lot of my growth came from doing this shit for us, and then that us became, all of us in terms of our family and shit. Because now, like certain things, like I had a homie hit me up 2 weeks ago, like, yo, I'm in the city. You want to go out? I'm like, a part of me, yeah, I do.
Right, we're human.
But I ain't got the fucking energy because I know where I got to preserve my energy to before. Like, that type of behavior out of me wasn't the case when I was ripping and running when I was a lot younger. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I do feel like it's a choice. The feeling of being in love, I think a lot of those things came as things progressed for me personally, right? When we had our daughter, we got our house. We got married, like the feeling, like those are things that validate, like, yo, we are building together. Yeah. So like I felt like the feeling has always been there, but it intensified it after each milestone that we hit. So yeah, I definitely feel like loving someone is a choice, because I also ask this question, like, if we ever broke up, could you fall in love again? Well, yeah. I mean, but you love somebody else for different reasons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so it's like, but I love the reasons that we are together here. That's why I agree with your take is, I love the other portion of my partner.
But that's
too.
why I think you're not taking it to what I'm talking about. I think the work you're describing is the work of a relationship because you love someone.
Okay.
The work about loving someone is like dealing with them in every phase of their day, their life.
You're talking about like an unconditional love.
No. Sometimes love, you can have real love, and it is conditional.
Yeah.
But I'm saying yeah, we having a rough day. We at a sink. I gotta deal with your attitude. I gotta deal with you talking crazy. I gotta deal with you. The way you communicate. I gotta deal with the way you handle other people and bring the shit here. I gotta deal with how, our differences just as humans.
Loving you through your worst.
Like that, yeah, and that takes a lot of effort.
Yeah.
Not just but because of that, I'm also going to try to make sure the house is straight. I'm gonna do all the shit you was talking about. I just think it's like a little bit deeper than just the logistical part of loving someone and holding it down.
Yeah, I think it's easy to love somebody when things are easy. When circumstances change, whether that's finances, health, even, there's infidelity. Like when there's things that, are real life circumstances that come into the picture, that's when you really have to decide, is this something, do I love you, and is this worth preserving? But I think that love is definitely, one, I believe it's a feeling, but I also believe it's an action word. So we show our love through our actions, whether it is acts of service and being willing to do what needs to do to sustain relationships, and then also showing up for someone. I think the difference is when we're loving someone through the worst shouldn't be daily. There's going to be stunts there might be months and years of when your loved one is going through it, but it shouldn't be in a situation where it's like a toxic thing. And now I'm just loving you through your toxicity, and I'm allowing you to talk to me any type of way and treat me any type of way. And because I love you so much, I'm willing to love you through your worst. That's where it gets a little tricky, versus maybe you got fired from your job, you've been depressed, maybe there's different circumstances. But I think that love is a feeling. I think monogamy is a choice, being committed. I don't think they exactly go in hand. I think you can love somebody and still not want to be monogamous. So love is a feeling, and monogamy is a choice that you can choose to make, and sometimes those get blurred, or we assume that one's going to come with the other, or because of societal norms, people feel like they have to put them together, and they're not capable of that. So, yeah. It's a spectrum, though, right? It's all a spectrum.
What you think, Wynn?
I think it's definitely a feeling, right? Because first I gotta feel it, and then I gotta make a conscious choice after that, right? Because I'm choosing to love you through the bad times, the smart mouth, or the bad times or whatever like that, the attitudes or whatever the case may be, right? And for me to actually still love you through that, I'm making a choice to to see past those things. I know everybody goes through something, right? And then a lot of times we're broken, but are we actually doing something to get real work or to get real help? Yeah. People say I'm working on myself. Okay, well, my sister would say, well, what's the person's name? Not a psychiatrist.
Therapist?
Yeah, what's your therapist's name? I don't have one. Then what real work are you actually doing? So a lot of us are just doing the work based off of what we seen on Instagram, the memes and stuff like that, right? But that's not real work.
No.
And for me, I was in a situation where it's I know somebody's going through something, and I know this is probably not the love she has been shown in her life, but I'm going to try to show her in hopes that she sees what I'm trying to do. But they have to get out their own way. And it's for me, it was a constant battle, but I'm still making a conscious choice to love you through this stuff, because I know you don't understand right now what I'm trying to do, right? Because it's me, I think men are more logical and women are emotional. I could be wrong, I don't know. But so with me being logical, it's okay, well, look, I understand you're going through something, I'm going through something, we don't have the perfect answers and stuff like that, but I love you enough to know that it's not about me. Let's let's figure it out together. Let's grow together. And I don't want to get too sidetracked or whatever, but I feel like it's definitely a choice, a conscious choice, because you got to respect them. Because like for me, I'm an outgoing person. I can go out, have a conversation, a casual conversation with the opposite sex, and it's not even flirting, right? But by the looks of it, it looks like, oh, you're flirting or whatever the case may be. And it's like, nah, it's just my personality. But it's like, forget what I'm thinking, right? Just the look of it probably put my partner in a predicament where somebody else can be like, oh, well, he was talking to a girl. Or, and now I got to constantly think about, oh, I can't do this because it's gonna look bad. So right, I gotta make a choice. Do I want my partner to be in this situation or not, when I could be moving with pure intentions? And that's like a lot of my situations be happening because it's like they see me outgoing, and then when they see me talk to a female or whatever, they think, oh, you're chilling with that female, or you're trying to get with her. Be like, no, I'm just an outgoing person. I'm grown enough to where we could be cool, and then once the conversation done, we split ways and that's it.
Yeah.
Not no different type of motive or whatever. So, but it gets exhausting though, making that choice every day. Making that choice every damn day, and it'd be like, is this the wrong choice?
That's why the divorce rate is so high.
Somebody was saying this too, like who was it? It was a little scrappy. He was talking about how like he was talking, I mean, forget who said it, right? The message. He said like, you guys really said I do in front of a pastor. Like, he listed all the things when you're getting married and stuff, right? For better or for worse, for sickness or whatever. Yeah. And you guys said I do. But then for some reason throughout the course of the relationship, we're getting a divorce. So it's like, he was saying like, do people really think about that? Granted, you know, certain situations happen, infidelity. Don't trigger me now. Yeah, right? But it's like, but like, why are we saying I do if we're really saying, hey, for sickness, for, you know, and then for better or for worse, and at the end of it, we get divorced.
It's a real question that I would love that.
Like, do we not think about that? Or I know shit happens.
Sound like a song right there. sound like you put that in the stash. Alter ego coming soon.
I feel like a lot of people like, and I feel like the people that we're speaking to are the people that do it off of the feeling. Right, like yeah, like being emotional. I'm with that, right? And I feel like it's a time and a place. I always get killed for my lack of emotions in certain situations, right? In terms of like when previous beats with my wife or other women and shit, and it's like, yo, but I'm coming from the standpoint of, all right, let me get 3 steps ahead of where we at right now. If I can get 3 steps ahead, and I also understand the other argument, but if I can get 3 steps ahead, I'm cool. But then the other part is like, yo, I don't even want you to. What my wife told me once, and I understood it, was I just want you to listen. I don't even necessarily need you to have an answer right now. Yeah. And at the moment, I wasn't fucking with it. Right? I was like, yo, I'm not. Yo, what kind of shit is that? I feel like I'm dwelling. Right. But then I hit up this guy at my job. They do this little behavioral assessment shit. They call them strengths. And one of my strengths is deliberative, and that comes with like being very conscientious of each decision that I make, right? All the way down to buying people gifts. Like, I gotta buy you something you're gonna use, right? Or something that you eventually touch again. And I was like, yo, but that thoughtfulness that I have, and like seeing things all the way through, I can't expect that out of other people. Yeah, that's where my downfall was. And so that's where I've realized that, like, yeah, like, love is there is a feeling that I have with the love, with my wife. But then it's also the choice that I make every day on my behavior, you know, where she's at and understanding where she's at. So, like, I understand it from that point. And I think that the divorce rate is high because a lot of us don't sit back and think of, okay, how important is what I'm trying to get off for this situation right now? Right, versus stomaching that shit and saying, all right, you know what, put that in the back of my mind. We can address that later. Not saying don't do it at all, but like just having patience with yourself. Somebody gets sick, right? You know, like I made a vow to you. I gotta, you know, see that all the way through. You know, so I just feel like a lot of us aren't hearing the message of what we actually signed up for. It just sounds good.
I think it's maybe. I think it's more so that, and it's what me and you talked about when we just had our pod, is that we're not really taught to look for the specific characteristics and traits in a partner that is what's actually going to sustain a marriage. Because love is not enough. You know, you can love somebody all you want, but if both people aren't showing up and supporting each other and this, that, and the other, then the love doesn't fucking matter, honestly.
Wow.
A lot of us, and me, I'm speaking for me, and a lot of people, I've had a big, you know, a wake-up call and just talking to different men and women that, you know, we're going into a lot of relationships on trauma bonds, on, you know, on relating at a certain point in our time, on this feeling of love and connection and desire, but we're not having those conversations of like, well, what are your shared responsibilities like in the household? What is it that you feel that actually you should be responsible for, I should be responsible for? How do we want to do our finances? Do we want a joint account, individual accounts? Do we want to invest? What's it going to look like if I have to take time off for work for 2 years to stay home with our kids? What are going to be your expectations of me? Are you going to be willing to do the opposite? Like these real, like nitty gritty conversations. I think that most of the people I know went into marriages never having those actual conversations. Maybe like little ones, like the big ones. Do you want to have kids? Do you want to get married? But not actually talking about what a shared life looks like, the responsibilities, and then what you're truly, you know, willing to take on and sacrifice and not. And then what is our core of our relationship solidified around? Is it around a healthy spot where we both are truly dedicated to our own self-growth and each other's and eventually our families? Or like, are we just kind of fulfilling a need for each other? Whether that's we're lonely or, you know, we haven't gotten used to being self-acceptance of ourselves and we need validation or this, that, and the other. I'm coming across so many people where we're having these big wake-up calls and it's like, I know for me, I'm like, I'm looking at less like there's this huge disconnect between men and women. And like I was telling Lex and a few of my other homegirls, like, I don't even know, like, we were talking about, I'm like, I don't even know if men like women. Like, you know, there's a lot of anger and vice versa. And I'm like, but there's a lot of blaming. It's like, well, women are doing this and men are doing this and we're just blaming. And I'm like, okay, stop. I want to look at what am I doing? Like, what the fuck is toxic about me?
But I also
what
feel
is
like
unhealed about me? And going in, all of us were online, like we're all unhealed and we're fucking trying to get into these marriages and make it work, and because we love each other, stick to it. And then it's not based off of like a strong root. Do you know what I mean?
I agree with
That's
you.
what I really think is the real issue of leading to divorce. And the fact that women don't have to have a husband to own property and can have their own bank account, and those laws aren't that old. You know what I mean?
I also feel like we have a fear of coming up short.
What do you mean?
Because you were saying that like people like struggle to have these conversations and stuff like that about finances, where we want to be, and I feel like people don't have those conversations because you don't want to come up short with somebody.
Like vulnerable, you don't want to be vulnerable.
Not even just vulnerable, just like what if I can't fulfill like being the person that you want me to be, whether it be emotionally, financially, you know, physically, whatever the case may be. What if I am not good enough to advocate that change out of you, right? Or what if I'm not good enough for myself to say that, hey, I want to be different? You get what I'm saying? Like, we're just coming up short at some point. Like imagine, and I want to say this, imagine being with somebody and you hope that who they say who they want to be, like, comes to fruition.
Exactly.
You want to believe in that. Right? You know what I mean? But then when they don't, you can pull the plug. But we'll say, damn, you said for better or for worse. But it's like, yeah, I said that based off of the condition of you being this person that you said you would be. I continue to wait for.
So my question is for y'all: how long do y'all honeymoon stages be lasting?
I be waiting for that. I was going to ask you that. I'm glad you said that.
I was waiting for her. I was going to wait because my honeymoon stages they end quick. Because
I want them to.
I get it over right away.
How long do your honeymoon stages be lasting?
What is a honeymoon stage?
When everything's perfect and beautiful, and you
ain't
guys
even farting in front of them.
Yeah, you guys are having those deep, real conversations. I feel like the reason why mine.
I don't know if I even ever have a honeymoon stage. I mean, like where it's like maybe like more like flirty and sexy and like sexual, like a lot of. But as far as like, you know, pretending and faking the funk, I want you to know who the fuck you dealing with out the gate, baby boy. Like, buckle up, Big Daddy. Can you handle? Because how long is it going to be before I really reveal who I am? come on. What, you're going to talk to me for 5 minutes and you're going to know who the fuck you're dealing with?
That's a good point.
No. I
understand that. But for me, so you're right out the gate with it.
Oh, I got to be.
I'm going to be fake for 3 weeks.
Nah.
Damn!
At least you're honest about it.
Once I run out of fence.
You ain't shit.
Once I run out of fence,
I'm in love with an imposter by 3 weeks.
Hell no.
Oh, hell
because it's like, it's easy to like somebody, and for me, it's like, I gotta like you when I don't like you. Right?
Yeah.
So if I can do that, then okay, cool. Yeah, I was trying to wait for the perfect time, so I guess it's now. But yeah, I gotta be able to like you when I don't like you, because I'm not gonna like everything about you all the time, right? So that's why I say, how long do your honeymoon stages be lasting? Because I'm very observant, and it was funny, one of my friends made a joke. It's like, oh, you're under investigation. And then I always use it as a joke now after, like, oh, you're under investigation, because I'm seeing how you move, seeing how you talk, seeing, just seeing how we interact with each other. Because in a situation, it's like I'm opening up because I want you to feel like you could be yourself. But if I feel like you just so standoffish and secretive, that's going to make me have a little bit resentment, because it's like, if we're messing with each other, right, then you should be comfortable enough to be open. Why is it 3 months and you still, withholding stuff? But I get people been going through things, so I try to give people grace. Yeah. But at some point, it's like 5-6 months now, I feel like I still don't know you. It's like, come on now, what's going on here? Now I'm questioning your intentions, right? And then I'm finding out, oh, you're in it to see, oh, what are you doing for me? Like, wait, what? This is not what I'm looking for.
That's funny that you said that. I just realized that's where the roster came from.
You also got to take her to the pool on the first date.
What, for the makeup? For the makeup?
They're taking us down too. They try to see what happened.
Why are you saying?
No. That's a real thing, though.
So high school and annoying.
They taking us there
Why
too, though.
Why do you say shit like that?
They want to see if the Beijing come on.
They got something better now.
I fuck hard. You too.
Oh shit! They want to see if the Beijing coming on. You can tell he was trying to get on your nerves with that.
He trying to get on my
nerves.
If you could see in the future, would you?
I look bomb after the pool. We all do.
There you go.
Girls wear makeup because not to
that ain't gonna stop
their beauty.
He ain't gonna lie.
I'm not saying you don't look good without makeup. I'm just let's find out.
You ain't shit.
I'm not
you
saying
get a print look. You get a print look. You alright? He got on trunks unless he from 06 like Lex. You got on draws and the big ass basketball shorts and socks. They gonna wear those socks. Oh, you wearing them today? Huh?
Still D.
Once he get below 50, you would put the socks on. If you could see in the future, would you? What if you were warned prior to looking that you wouldn't like what you see? Would you still look there?
Don't I tell y'all every week? I'm warning y'all every week.
Wait, read it again.
If you could see into the future, would you? Like, you get a glimpse to see what your life is like a movie reel.
Okay.
What if you were warned prior to you wouldn't like what you see?
Oh.
Would you still look?
Oh.
No.
Nah.
And I mean, to take it a little bit deeper, I mean, you kind of can tell where your life is going to go if you're not making any changes. Like, because when I got a DUI, and I shouldn't even got a DUI, right? Because my level was like a .07 or something low as hell. So I took the class, and they said that the reason why people drink and drive is because we associate with drinking having a good time. But in reality, trying to operate a motor vehicle intoxicated is fucking crazy. There was guys in there that used to drink and ride their motorcycle. Like, bro, why would you be faded on the motorcycle? But they associate drinking with having a good time. It's like, oh, I've been doing it for a long time, so like I'm good, I haven't got caught yet. Well, if you take a step back and think, okay, well, with that thought process, where do you really think you're gonna be in a year now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now?
Yeah.
Right. So with our thought patterns, we can kind of see where our life is gonna go. Dealing with the same type of women or no drive or whatever the case may be. If we keep these same habits, right, we kind of know where it's gonna lead.
That's crazy. That is deep, right? I didn't think. Right when you said that, it's like, yo, at the time of what I'm looking at. Like, you tell me, oh, look into the future, and I have no motivation to change something. Like, yo, I'm just going to look at how this shit's going to spin out, like, if I keep continuing on that path.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
You need to write some scripts, too. I would love to watch that in a TV show.
Yeah.
Jay, what are you doing?
So, if I could see the future, but they told me I'm not going to like it.
Yes. Would you still look?
Yes, I would. I would look.
You would look?
Yeah, I think I would want to maybe see where it all goes south, so that way
you could prevent it or try to prevent it.
No, I think that I could really enjoy what's to come before it goes south. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, I know.
I can set a little timer, like, all right, I'm about to fuck it all up. Let me go out with a bang.
Yeah, right?
Oh, you said, what day was it?
You found exactly. I can do some planning. You know? Like,
I got some time.
I can be a great person to delete it. And after that, I'm doing whatever the fuck I want up in this bitch.
Oh, shit, that's funny.
So would you go to a tarot reader?
Well, I don't know. I mean,
it's like the same thing.
I wasn't thinking on the method of like if it was like a medium or I don't know. I wouldn't seek it. You know what I mean? But if like all of a sudden if it was like I've had like people
dude approach you in a trench coat.
Exactly.
You want to see your life.
I've had people like read me. When I worked at the bank, I had this old black lady named Miss Woods who literally. I was helping her, and then all of a sudden I was working at Cal Coast and La Mesa. God as my witness. I don't know if you believe in these kind of things or not, and I have an open mind, but I also was I bawled my eyes out. This old black lady, it was right when I was first losing my mind and having my mental health breakdown, and nobody knew how suicidal I was. I was thinking about jumping off my balcony every night to kill myself.
Let me keep saying
that. Thank you. But I was like, and it was before I understood that those were like intrusive thoughts and you know where I'm at now. So that shit was strong, and I hadn't told. How do you tell people I'm thinking about jumping off a fucking balcony every day?
Some people don't tell you. That's the thing.
And then you got a bubbly ass personality like me all day. It's very confusing.
Great pump fake.
You know, exactly. You fake it till you make it. It's masking. And this fucking woman came to me, and I was helping her, and I swear to you, our hands, like, you know, at the bank, our hands kind of like touched a little bit. I was a teller, and she was like, "Oh my God, child." She was like,
that would fuck.
Yeah, I got
my shit right. Like, yeah.
I got a little emotional, and she said things to me that I had thought that I had not uttered to a soul. So, like, I do believe that there are those gifts in people, and if someone happened, like, to brush upon me, and they were like, hey, I went to barber school, and I cut people's hair sometime. I was cutting this girl's hair. She found me on Instagram. She came by the pad. I cut her up, and as I was cutting, and I knew that she kind of did medium stuff, like, I'd seen her on her Instagram, but I didn't think anything, and as I was cutting her hair, she was like, I have a lot coming to me. She was like, I have a lot of coming to me. She was like, you're going to be all right. She was like, I'm not here to do this. She was like, sometimes it can be overwhelming, the information. She was like, but there's a lot coming to me. So I believe that. So if somebody was like, hey, I just picked up on some energy and I just got a flashback and it's not going to be good and this, I can tell you when, I might be like, give it to me. You know, let me prepare. Like, but I don't think I would seek it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be like, go find someone to find that information out. Nah, I'm not doing that. But if it found me, fuck it, let's ride it out.
Lex?
I ain't playing them games.
You sound like my mama. You sound like my mama. She said that's the devil work. That's the devil's work.
I ain't playing them games. It's crazy. That's the one.
When it's time, it's time.
Let's get it cracking. Suit up.
What about you?
Nah. Because I know me. So, like, I what they call it, ruminate. I ruminate on ideas.
Yeah, it wouldn't give you peace.
It fuck with me, and I would not enjoy whatever time I got left. Like, I would just think about that shit all day. I would not be present. Like, I'd be going.
Like, damn.
I wonder. This might sound a little dark and twisted, but as someone who, like, I struggle with suicidal ideologies and fantasies, things like that. I wonder if knowing when it was going to end would bring me a sense of peace. And maybe that's why I'm like, yeah, I'm okay with knowing, because I've always struggled with that idea of when my end would be. And
I think about that shit too, like what the way it would be and shit like that. But it's like,
well, like my own, like I've always like been like a therapist that said like, how long do you think you'll go? And I'm like, I'm just trying to make it to this month or this year. So for a long time, I didn't see past 30, 32, 30, even now. So I think, like, I'm like, oh, maybe it'd be a little, when you fantasize so long about when you might die, it's like a little peaceful, I guess, maybe knowing.
They used to have a test online.
Drowning.
early 2000s or whatever. So it was still everyone was like, "Yo, is this shit lit?" Yeah. And everyone's like, "Oh yeah, you?" I'm like,
you didn't take it?
I'm not hitting enter on that shit.
I'm drowning.
And then it would tell you when you died, how you died, and all that.
I don't remember that part, but I remember. And
but then people was taking it again. It would be completely different answer. Like, oh, this is some bullshit.
I'm not gonna take it again.
Yeah, I ain't messing with nothing like that. All right, we'll do some fun facts and then we'll get up out of here. Then fun facts, let's go. Woo!
Yeah, we need some fun facts. Sorry, after my trauma dump.
It's all good. Mosquitoes are attracted to the color blue more than any other color. Just wanted to let y'all know that.
I'm sorry. Right? Is that because of water? They
I have no idea. Oh, maybe.
No, it's because they from...
Wait, go ahead.
Nah.
Discovery Channel over here. Anybody know what Wi-Fi stands for?
Oh.
Wireless.
Uh-oh.
I should know. I'm an electrician. Huh?
I'm surprised you don't know, Lex.
No, I did.
He did.
You know
That's the first time I ever heard it.
Wireless.
I have no idea.
It's wireless fidelity.
What's fidelity?
I didn't know what the fidelity had to do with it, but the 5 made sense. I didn't know what else it would make sense. Like what else it would do at that point.
Does fidelity...
Like, I guess like the...
Does that mean a word? Is that a definition?
Like how reliable it is, I guess, right? Or like being connected. I don't know the initial, because we had dial-up to start out with.
Remember that?
Yeah, I do remember dial-up.
I do.
I definitely remember dial-up. The average person checks their phone 58 times per day.
Wow.
I actually think I'm like significantly under that number.
Me too.
Yeah,
honestly.
I think I'm significant.
I'm probably at like 10.
Really?
Honestly.
Actually, I believe that.
I have my, because I have my...
You ghost really
well. I'll go hard, like when I'm on my phone, I'll go hard on it, right? I'll give everyone, I'll do my corresponding, and then, but once I'm done, I'm disconnected. I'm out. I'm doing whatever the fuck I'm doing with all my kids and moving, and I've been into some adventures, man. So, and then I'm like, oh yeah, it's been 10 hours since I said some crazy shit online. Let me go tap in. That's right. I told everybody I was feeling like a whore. Let me go see what everyone's saying about that.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
I gotta take that down. Right?
Yeah.
Nah, fuck it.
You know how much time you spend on Instagram?
I can look at my phone.
Have you looked at the little timer thing?
Yeah, not recently though.
Oh, I need to do
what
that.
What did it say back then?
It said like 4 hours.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
You was up there with
Cause now like I'm an artist, so like I constantly gotta be doing something. I gotta be interacting. I gotta post this, so I'm just seeing what's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I gotta be my own agent. Like whatever. I gotta see if I want to show. I gotta see what's popping, what's, you know. So I gotta be on it like that.
Yeah, I ain't mad at you.
It's a tool for sure.
Yeah. And that's where I know my numbers is bad then. Especially if I'm trying to like promote the pod and everything. My numbers, I think I got like 45 minutes.
Oh yeah, that's not.
That's
not much.
It's not. I'm not working. I'm not working every day at all.
We'll have a conversation with
yeah, you ain't have to talk to me. Hey man, I'm gonna need you to. We be coming in there on Sundays. I need you to get to it. Jeez. Nah, but the pod page I spend more time on though than my personal shit. So, but yeah.
Oh, who's behind? I saw that you got a new IG.
My daughter.
I didn't know if you wanted to put
I mean, it's public, right? Okay. I got no choice.
Who made it? You made it? Who's running it?
Both of us.
Okay,
we both have the password.
Whose idea was it to start it?
The golf association of all these kids that have pages, and I'm like, yo, she gotta have one.
Yeah, no,
it's like cute. It's sad that you have to get to this point, but yeah, you have to.
Yeah, okay.
Like social media presence is a thing when they ask you when you go to college.
That's what he was just saying.
Yeah, man. I'm getting used to it, but at first I'm like, I'm not really into that.
Yeah. It's a fine line.
Never was the way, but you need it now. It's almost like
a tool of connection.
We just seem like dinosaurs if we don't do it. You know what I mean?
And you're out of the loop, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Birds don't pee.
What? How do they? But they shit like crazy.
I think it's probably just a little mix.
Is that why it's so wet?
I've never seen really birds.
Have you ever been pooped on by a bird?
Yeah,
I
have.
Like 3 times.
Rite of passage.
I
heard it's good luck though.
Me too.
Yeah.
I got shit on.
I
think it's good luck for me. I mean, I've been getting shitted on.
Nah, my shit was right on my
I got shitted on in Puerto Rico.
I've been getting shitted on. It's crazy.
We had a bar. What kind of shit? What kind of shit?
I got shitted on in Puerto Rico. My boy was saying, "Hey, I'm about to meet you at the beach." I'm standing there waiting. I guess under a light pole. I'm waiting. I feel something go.
Is different in Puerto Rico.
I feel something go. Is he throwing something at me? What the hell? I look back like, oh, I just took off for the water. Boom, started booking it. Another time was in high school at Mount McGill. I'm walking. a bunch of birds flying like right where that wall is was like a big tree. I'm like, let me just get to the tree. Didn't make it. Damn.
He said, let me get to the tree for shelter.
That's crazy. I got hit at SCPA when I was there in middle school. Yeah, it got me right there in the lunch line.
No, mine was at the ski beach where, you know, jet ski. I was high school.
Y'all get bailed out by the
taking
water,
a
though.
shower, you know, in the beach.
Oh, you just
my curly hair, shit, right on the curly hair. As I walked out the fucking bathroom after the shower.
I was waiting on you.
I walked right there in that motherfucker.
She's right there. Go get her.
You know those sandy beach showers? No.
Nah, I be getting the little random ones that hit me on the shoulder.
When'd you get shit
The little random. So this happens multiple times.
It's happened about 4 times.
Oh my.
Oh, one of them was pretty. One of them hit me in the lip. Hey, that take away my mystique.
Throw the lip away.
You got some shit mouth?
Bro, it hit me right in the mouth, and I was like, what? But you can smell it. So I knew not to lick my lip at that point, bro. I was like, oh shit, I know exactly what this is.
Love is a choice.
It for sure is. It for sure.
Where were you?
Man, I was getting back in the car somewhere, bro. I can't even remember where I was at. This wasn't too long ago.
Get in?
Yeah, I was getting in or getting out, but I just remember that shit hitting me, and then I was like, I left and went to the bathroom, like wherever I was at. Yeah, no, I wiped it. Oh, you know what's funny? I'm thinking about more. That was the second time. The other time in the lip? No, first time in the lip. The other one hit me in the cheek. Like right across. Hey, you don't have a hat on? Like, yo, that shit be. I need to start wearing a hat more.
You like Angel Kiss.
Honestly.
Stop.
For real.
Oh my God,
that shit's all bad.
Oh man.
Sea otters hold hands in their sleep to stay together. Thought that was dope because I always wondered how they did, just didn't float away from the current and shit.
I want to see all
Yeah, man.
Where's my little?
They got to worry about. I heard that sharks were here before trees.
Wow.
Yeah, based on
They're like dinosaurs.
Yeah, so when I think about these animals and shit, like they've adapted over years, like to just stay together, man. It's crazy.
Safety in numbers.
Last one I got: spam emails make up 45% of emails sent to people every day.
I believe that. I hate that.
All the shit
higher than that.
For real?
I thought
it probably is. It's probably an average. Bro, because anytime I sign up for something, they either ask me if I want to opt out of something, or like they start sending me like Bed Bath & Beyond, let's say if I bought something on there, they're going to start sending you shit on Monday, like right after Saturday, and you just keep getting shit. And I'd be too lazy to hit the opt-out emails, like to get out of it. But when they get bad enough, I'd be like, yeah, I'm cool.
Yeah.
So I reset my email, man, and then now I'm back to where I started at, getting like 300 a day. I had a whole brand new email, and now I just get shit sent to me.
Dude, I always do that. I start a new email, and then I fuck up and sign up with something on it, and then all of a sudden I've started the cycle over again.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Wow.
Like I'm working in business. That's why like people be like, you know what it is? Some days I don't feel like talking.
Yeah.
Because this pod
300, you talking about like work included?
Yeah, work
included. Okay,
included.
because I'm like 300.
That's
still
still
regular.
None of that's fun still though.
It's wild.
Yeah.
No, it's not fun.
No,
period. I'm just saying
like the shit they expect me to do. I'll say what I do off mic, but the shit they expect me to do, bro, it's like, yo, man, like most of these emails, I'm just reading to see if you're talking to me specific.
Yes.
If you're not, then I'm just disregarding.
Yeah, because you the supervisor too, so you got to get all them other joints.
Exactly. I don't want to deal with nothing.
No.
So.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody got anything that they want to get off before we get up out of here?
Yeah, I got a question.
Absolutely.
When I do drop my shit, y'all gonna tune in?
Yeah.
Have y'all heard Trip to Dago yet?
I like Trip to Dago.
Is that the one you shot a video for?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did with the girls in there and stuff.
Oh no, that's XXX.
Okay, I heard XXX. I haven't heard Trip to Dago.
Oh, Trip to Dago.
You're in the car.
We'll play that in the outro. Though.
Yeah.
We'll play it in the outro. Though.
Yeah, I like Trip to Dago. It reminds me like.
Oh no, I did hear it.
Driving. It reminds me of when I
watched the
listened to driving.
Okay, cool.
So now my listening experience has changed. It's crazy that you said that, right? Because of Instagram, like there was we talked about this. You were around that era too, though. I used to get my shit off of This Is 50, hotnewhiphop.com.
Yeah, Hot New Hip Hop, yeah.
And, or, what was the other one, man, where you can upload? World Star is another place you get your shit from. So now, most of my shit where I hear new rappers and shit be off of Instagram.
Yeah.
right? And I noticed that my kids listening is like that too, right? They watch YouTube videos and shit, so when they are in reels and shit, so it's like I did listen to your shit based off of like going on your social media profile at the time.
Yeah,
cool.
Now my listening habits are bad to where like I'll listen to songs and then I go back to listening to podcasts after though. That's why I opted out of the music thing. But I will listen to your new shit, and I will promote your new shit too. I got you.
Man.
There we go.
Tap about that one, man, because the females, 4 of them flaked out the day before for the video shoot.
Oh
no, 3 of them, and then 1 of them flaked out the day of. I was like, oh my god! But I said the show must go on. How many was you trying to have in there? I was trying to have a bunch, and I wanted to make it look like the 20 versus 2. So like the more I can get, the better. And the song's called XXX. So I was like, okay. Yep.
but you had something that you wanted more than what you had previously.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like 7 of them.
Damn.
Oh my God.
I felt like that, but here, not knowing what happened, I felt like what you did put out wasn't bad though.
That's cool. I'm kind of picky. So it's cool.
The cool thing is though, is like in the moment, you may like, hey, I want these things to be a certain way, but then it works out still possibly, right? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So that's always a good feel.
Amen.
Anybody got anything else?
No, I think that's it.
Let's clap it up real quick. 3 cheers. Something that we gonna celebrate real quick. Anything we want to celebrate or bring light to? I know
there was like 4.
We weren't gonna start with you. Listen, we wasn't gonna start with you. Listen, I want to say, rest in peace to the victims that we had lost in the New Orleans terror incident that took place.
Yeah.
I'm at a point now, man, where I don't even like reading shit like that. Right? I'll read the headlines and go through it, but the shit happens so often that I don't want to glorify some of these dudes when they be having their little mental health struggles, man, by like getting enmeshed into it.
Yeah.
I just tell people to, watch where you going, for safety reasons. If something don't sound right or don't feel good, go with your gut feeling. Don't just press through. I know we was talking about red flags and pushing it for the story, but we in the era right now where that shit, it's just too much shit going on. So everybody take care of themselves, take care of their mental health, man. Especially, if you know somebody is going through something, talk to them.
Yep.
You never know when that one conversation could save somebody from doing something that they going to regret.
Absolutely.
So,
check on them strong people, man.
Absolutely.
Check on them strong people too.
Absolutely. And strong people respond back.
Yeah. We do. We're getting better at that.
Strong people respond back.
Yes.
Anything for you, Jay?
No, I think that was all well said. I'm glad that I appreciate always being able to come and share in your vulnerability, hearing from you guys the different perspectives, and I love this pod, and I hope we can figure it out and keep it pushing. I'm excited for all of our progression for this year, and what we've been through a lot, and we're all still going through a lot, our own different things that we don't fully disclose on air, so I'm just looking forward to what this year will look like for us, and the things that we're going to share, and the lessons we're going to learn from each other and from life, God willing.
Amen. Lex?
I'm good.
All right, there we go. Hey, he's like, hey, look, there's 4. I'm going to be all right. Wynn, any closing remarks or thoughts? Any music we gonna promote to make sure everybody listen to?
Yeah, man. If y'all looking for me, y'all can find me on the gram at Wednesday 619. Again, appreciate y'all for having me.
Absolutely,
great time.
Appreciate you coming out.
Stream Trip to Dago and XXX coming out real soon.
There we go.
Yeah,
and we out.
Amen.